Welcome and good afternoon at UFP Informação. 2009 is over and everybody is looking forward to 2010. Besides remembering the most important events of the past year, a lot of hopes and expectations are held for the forthcoming decade.
2009 was a year full of happenings. The anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall, the tragical death of Michael Jackson, the swine flu, and the election of Barack Obama as the first black US president. People from UFP were asked which happenings they can remember best.
I'll choose Mr. Obama's presidency. The first term of his presidency was amazing, for me at least.
Well, personally, for me, they've been quite a good year because I used to meet a lot of interesting people, not only on the university, but everywhere.
Well, personally, the most important issue, it was entering at UFP.
And I think concerning the world, I think the death of Michael Jackson was quite an important issue.
For me, and I think that for all people, the most important issue and problem the same was a crisis, because it was happened all over the world, and a lot of countries had the same problem, and it was the big issue.
So, in my opinion, I think that the most important situation and problem was a flu in last year, because many people in the world were sick and a lot of people died.
So for me, the most important thing in 2009 was choose of Barack Obama to USA president and award him a Nobel. It was very important thing, and we should remember this date because it changed the world.
But what are people's hopes and expectations for the new year?
I guess it will be a tough year, a very tough one.
I hope this year is even better than the previous one. I expect to fulfill everything at university and to meet even more interesting people.
I think that the economical situation in Portugal is going to get better. I think it's already getting better.
The most important expectation, and I really want to pass every exams here, and of course it's the last year in my country, so I want to pass everything and start the new study.
Of course, I think that the next year will be better, and I won't pass every exam here.
Oh, last year wasn't so bad for me, but I of course hope that the next year will be better for me.
Once for sure, 2010 will bring many new changes in culture, politics, economy and sports.
On the 21st of December 2009, the government of Portugal made a proposal to legalize same-sex marriage. According to the votes of people, it will be probably decided this year. However, it is still an open discussion.
The Portuguese government is planning to present a law proposal to the parliament. Illegal same-sex marriages could be approved by the end of this year. After Belgium, Norway, Sweden, Spain and the Netherlands, Portugal can become the 6th European country to legalize gay marriage. For the moment, there is a discussion about doing a referendum. If this referendum will take place, then Portuguese people will have the opportunity to decide by vote if they agree or not with this new law. However, even if the same-sex marriage will be possible, couples could not adopt children. If there is no presidential veto, the first gay marriage ceremonies could take place in April. We asked what people think about this proposal.
Well, I think everyone is allowed to marry who they want, so in my opinion, this gay marriage should be legalized for everyone.
I agree, because I think everyone is free, so why not? No, if a woman and man can marry, why same-sex people can't?
I think it's just like any other couple, but they just have the same sex, but they share the same feelings, love and partnership. So for me, it's like a couple, like anyone else.
This issue is generating a lot of controversy, numerous questions, problems, and leads inevitably a debate which could divide the society into opposite sides. Let's see a Portuguese opinion about that.
I think it's not up for people to decide if it should be legalized or not. It's a personal matter, so it's not like it's important, but it's just a personal matter, like I said.
Some people can claim that it's not acceptable. By contrast, others can argue that nowadays it's more and more usual. However, same-sex marriages set to be approved before 2010 here in Portugal.
As we heard, same-sex marriage leads to a lot of controversy. Now we have Gosha outside to find more about this issue. Hello, Gosha.
Hi, Daniel. I'm with Professor Francisco Quiroga, the teacher of the Portuguese ethnography. We are going to talk about the legalization of same-sex marriage. Do you think that it's a good idea to decide about legalization of the same-sex marriage by poll?
Well, I think politically, I shouldn't be discussing the political opportunity of this. Society has been evolving quite a great deal in the last few decades, and the issue of homosexuality and acceptance of homosexuality and its integration within society has been evolving a lot. So sooner or later we would get to the point where people will claim similar rights. And I think, well, this just happened, and this has been provoking quite a stir in society during the confrontation of beliefs, of terms.
Do you think that this open discussion about same-sex marriage can lead to legalization of this type of marriage in the future?
Well, I think one of the problems of the stir this is provoking is due to the conceptual basis of this problem and the extensive use of marriage and the more conservative areas of our society are being facing some shock by the similarity, conceptual similarity between a structure that's as old as mankind, basically, which is a family, and being eventually adulterated by this new conceptual model, which is the marriage of people of the same sex. So I think this discussion would gain a lot if people started discussing rights instead of imitating or using the same concepts.
Concerning your personal opinion, do you think that all people should have the same rights?
Oh yes, definitely so. People should have the same rights of coexistence, of sharing their goods, their lives, their inheritance, and even, why not, in a very near future, adoption, even single persons to adopt children. Yes, I think society should be prepared for that.
Thank you. Now, come back to the studio.